Let no man condemn you. We are Christ's righteousness. Stop being sin conscious. We are saints community. We are free saints of God. Let us enjoy the liberty of God's grace. Sin takes no man to hell. It's unbelief.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 7. The Bible says they are ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. This is the picture of the church. This is the picture of the Christianity in this end time. People have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof. Ever learning but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. This is to open our understanding to what is called the truth. Over 90% of the church embrace grace only. Meanwhile, Jesus Christ did not come with grace only. John 1:17. Jesus came with grace and truth. John 1:17 says, God gave the law through Moses. God gave the law through Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. These two kingdom virtues are very powerful. They are the instrument for genuine salvation and how believer will return back to heaven. But there is an abuse. The church only embraced one, which is grace, and only few understood the truth. That's why I said they are ever learning, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Why? Grace and truth are opposites. So anybody that have the understanding of the grace, the moment you are telling him the truth, we say it can never happen. We never believe it. But actually, Jesus Christ came for the sake of the truth, not grace. Jesus Christ came with grace for the truth. His assignment is the truth. But for people to accept the assignment, he brought grace. So this grace now has been bastardized to the extent that they abuse it. People have turned the grace of God to lasciviousness. What is the meaning? License to do whatsoever they like. License for immorality. But this is to open our eyes to the truth. Many of you know my story. God took me through the journey to understand the truth. So, this is an analysis to it. You can see it on the screen. Salvation is not only about giving your life to Jesus, but a gradual process of becoming like Jesus by the instrumentation of the truth. I repeat, salvation is not only about giving your life to Jesus. It is a gradual process of becoming like Jesus or becoming Jesus. Jesus Christ came to produce his kind, those who are like him, in the image and the likeness of God. So the process to do it, to get it, is the truth. So you see that all of us, we are committed, we have lost the glory of God. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So everyone is born into iniquity, into sin. So grace rescue us from the pit of hell. We have nothing to do. Grace is free. Here, Jesus become our righteousness. Become our righteousness. Took our place in sin. So that in hell, where he's rescuing us, they will see us as Christ. And that is the logic. So with that process, the Bible says, by grace you are saved, not by works. It's not my effort. He finished everything on the cross. Not by my own ability. Not even by my own single hand lifted. So he took my place. He became sin for me. I become his righteousness. And that is the process that grace did to carry us out from hell. But this same methodology does not take and cannot take anybody to heaven. That's where the church is missing it. It cannot carry anybody to heaven. So this is where grace handed over to the truth. The second arm. That is why I said this is the other side of Jesus. The other side of Jesus that will reconcile man back to God. Christ, our righteousness, does not take you to God. It can only rescue you from hell. So the next phase is handing over us to the truth. Don't forget, it says, sanctify them by the truth, not by grace. So how do we now receive the cleansing, the totality to become like God, become like Christ? That is the instrumentation of the truth. So the truth now continue with the journey to make us become Christ-like. Ever learning, but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. So this second phase, or the second aspect of Jesus, is what the church is missing now. Especially during this age of apostasy, having the form of godliness but deny the power thereof. And the Bible has prophesied that at this time, people will not listen to this sound doctrine, but they will look for teachers who will tell them what their itching ears want to hear. So that message of grace alone, is everywhere. They are ever learning but never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now, Christianity is not a religion. It's not about works of religion. It's not activities. It's not tradition. Christianity is a life of Christ in man. It's a process of bringing Christ. That's the Bible says, Christ in you is the hope of glory. So this is the process. And how do we become like that? So the word church is the collection of Christ-like saints called Christian. But today we have made the church to be a building, a wall, a cathedral, and whatsoever comes in, it becomes a problem to humanity. The truth is always hard. This is the reason why people don't accept it. The truth is harsh. When the first time in John chapter 6 that Jesus Christ introduced the truth, the Bible says many of his disciples left him. Many. And he turned to the 12. He said, we also go, because this aspect, this other side of Jesus, when the Bible says, let us leave the elementary doctrine of grace and come to perfection, it's bringing us to the truth. So the end time revival is the revival of the truth. But it's unfortunate that the church, concentrates more on heresies, on lies, on every form of apostasy. We need to understand the truth. So this teaching is to help you understand what the truth is all about. It's unfortunate when Jesus Christ was preaching, he was preaching in parables. Why? The first time he introduced the truth to them, John chapter 6, the Bible says many say this teaching is hard. Who can hear it? Not who can even bear, who can hear it. The aspect of the truth is bitter, it's firm, it's rigid, it's unbreakable, it's fixed, it's solid, tough. It's not palatable to human nature. It's crucified the flesh. It's about deadness of the nature that commits sin. Except a grain of corn fall down and die. It talks about the deadness of the nature. So people cannot bear it any longer. So they say, we have to leave. So John chapter 6, the Bible says, and many left him. He cannot, because there's nothing he can do about it. He can't bring them back. In grace, one left. He left 99 to go and look for them. In truth, 99 left. He turned to the one and said, do you also want to go? Because there is no shortcut to the truth. Now, the coming of the lawless one is the activity of Satan. We be with all power and with pretended signs and wonders, and with all wicked deception for those who perish. Why? Because they refused to love the truth, so to be saved. People only know the salvation by grace. They don't understand the salvation by the truth. Therefore, what happened? God sent upon them a strong delusion to make them believe lies. So many things you call activity of the church everywhere, social media, the Lord is good with immoralities, the Lord is nice, speaking in tongues on top of sin, all these gimmicks, they are packaged called delusion. God himself sent them a strong delusion to believe lies, to believe what is false, to believe heresies, to believe in these apostasy. Don't forget to listen to that teaching on truth versus apostasy, so that all may be condemned who did not believe the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Keep on following and you will understand the truth. God bless you.